The night before my wedding, Mom texted, "Your brother's vacation is more important." By morning, my entire family was gone. Someone unexpected walked me down the aisle. 2 days later, the video went viral. Mom called me 47 times. "Your father's boss saw everything." I smiled. The night before my wedding, I was ironing my veil in a hotel room when Mom's text appeared. "Tyler's vacation is more important. We're leaving for Florida in the morning. I hope you understand." I called her immediately. "Is this a joke?" "Keep your voice down," Mom said. "Your father is sleeping. My wedding is tomorrow. And Tyler's resort package is non-refundable." My brother, Tyler, was 25 and the golden child of our family. He had booked a discounted vacation package to the Florida Keys 3 weeks earlier, even though he had known my wedding date for 11 months. "He can go by himself," I said. "It's a family trip. Your grandparents and Aunt Susan are ready to go too." "Are you serious right now?" "Olivia, a wedding is one day. Family is forever." "Apparently not." Mom let out a long breath. "Don't start with the drama. Send us pictures." Then she ended the call. My name is Olivia. I was 29, and the next morning, I was supposed to marry Noah at a small vineyard outside Nashville. My father, Mark, was supposed to walk me down the aisle. At least, that had still been the plan at 7 that evening. I called Dad. It went straight to voicemail. Then I called Tyler. He rejected the call and sent me a text. "Don't ruin this for everyone." I sat down on the edge of the hotel bed. The iron was still on, and one corner of my veil had started to turn light brown. Noah walked into the room. "What happened?" I handed him my phone. He read Mom's message twice. "What the hell? They're all leaving. Do you want to postpone the wedding?" I shook my head immediately. "No. We're getting married tomorrow." At 6 the next morning, Aunt Susan called me. "Why are you still at the hotel?" she asked. "Because I'm getting married in 3 hours." The line went silent. "Olivia, your mom said there was a problem with the venue. She told us the wedding had been moved to next month." I sat straight up. "She said what?" "She posted it in the family group chat. You weren't in the group." That was the first truth I learned that morning. My relatives hadn't chosen Tyler's vacation over my wedding. Mom had lied to them about the wedding being postponed so no one would question her decision to leave. Aunt Susan was already at the airport. My grandparents had gone through security, and the rest of the family had arrived in 2 separate cars. "Come back," I said. "We'll try." They did try, but they couldn't get there in time. Later that morning, I was sitting in the vineyard's bridal room while my best friend, Tessa, applied my makeup. "Who's going to walk you down the aisle?" she asked. "I'll walk by myself." "You don't have to do that." "I'm not canceling the ceremony because they left." Before Tessa could answer, someone knocked on the door. Our former neighbor, Walter Brooks, was standing outside. He was 72 years old and a retired Army chaplain. When I was a child and Dad forgot to pick me up, Walter was the person who came to my school. He had taught me how to change a tire. His late wife had shown me how to sew a button onto a shirt. They had been better to me than most of my relatives, although I hadn't seen Walter in nearly 2 years. "Susan called me," he said. "She told me what happened." "I'm fine." He looked at the burned corner of my veil. "You don't look fine." A small laugh escaped me. Walter held out his arm. "If you want, you won't have to walk alone today." The music began, and the vineyard doors opened. Walter walked me down the aisle. Halfway there, he leaned closer and whispered, "Slow down. All these people are standing for you." I looked ahead. Noah was waiting for me. Every guest had risen from their seat. The empty front row where my parents and grandparents should have been was still painfully obvious, but I kept walking. Walter placed my hand in Noah's. "Take care of each other," he said. "We will," Noah replied. Tessa's fiancé recorded the ceremony. Later that afternoon, he posted a short clip with our permission. The caption read, "When the bride's family left for her brother's vacation, her 72-year-old neighbor refused to let her walk alone." Within 2 days, the video had been viewed 6 million times. People filled the comments with messages for Walter. Veterans saluted him. Brides shared stories about the people who had stepped in when their own parents failed them. Then someone found Mom's public Facebook vacation photos. One picture showed Dad, Tyler, and Mom standing on a resort balcony with drinks in their hands. The timestamp was 9 minutes before my ceremony began. My phone kept ringing. Mom called 47 times. I finally answered the 48th call. "Have that video deleted right now," she shouted. "Why?" "Your father's boss saw everything." "So?" Mark told him the wedding had been cancelled. That's how he got permission to use the company's vacation condo. Now has been suspended pending an audit. I said nothing. Mom continued, "People are sending us threats. You made us look like monsters." "I didn't post the video." "But you can have it removed." "No. We're your family. You told me a wedding only lasts one day and family lasts forever. Do you remember saying that?" I was angry. "No. You were packing." "This has gone too far, Olivia." "No, Mom. It went too far when you lied to everyone and left the night before my wedding." Dad lost his job later that week. The company audit revealed that he had used the corporate vacation condo for personal trips several times before. He had also submitted meal and transportation expenses from 2 of those trips as business costs. The viral video hadn't created his problem. It had simply caused someone to examine it. Tyler made his Instagram profile private. Mom wrote a long Facebook post claiming the public hadn't heard the full story, but no one asked her to tell it. 1 week later, my parents appeared in my driveway. I stepped outside but remained on the porch. Mom held her purse against her chest. "We came to apologize." Dad looked past me toward the house. "That video destroyed my reputation." "The video only showed where you were. You could have asked them to remove it. You could have attended your daughter's wedding." "We made a mistake," Mom said. "You made several choices." Dad's jaw tightened. "Are you happy now?" I looked at both of them. "I'm married." "Yes, I'm happy." "That isn't what I meant." "I know." Mom moved toward the porch steps. "Can we come inside?" "No. We're done here. We're still your parents. And I'm still the daughter you abandoned the night before her wedding." She looked down. "Tyler needed us. So did I. That vacation was already paid for. My wedding was planned for 11 months. Dad said, 'You're going to regret treating your family this way.' I opened the front door. No. I already know what regretting your family feels like." I went inside and locked the door. Noah had made coffee. A framed photograph from the ceremony was already sitting above the fireplace. In it, Walter and I were walking down the aisle together. He was smiling straight ahead while I held tightly to his arm. Mom left 6 more voicemails that night. I didn't listen to any of them. The next morning, I watched the wedding video again. Walter's hand was wrapped firmly around mine. The empty chairs were visible in the front row, but so were all the people standing behind them. I hadn't walked alone. I didn't ask anyone to delete the video. I saved my own copy. If Olivia's wedding story kept you watching until the end, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more emotional stories about family, betrayal, unexpected kindness, and quiet strength. Your support helps us continue sharing powerful stories like this one. Thank you sincerely for watching and being part of our community.